Hello, hello. Oh my god. I do not want to be doing this right now. But I'm showing up anyway because I said that I would. And so I am. And I know that if I miss too many days in a row, then I will just stop altogether. So, we're doing the things that we don't want to do because we said we would do them. And that is a message right there for you. And I'm burning lavender so that we can get some peace and quiet up in here. Because what I'm getting for the Earth Sign Collective, which is who this reading is for, that's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, okay, Earth signs. We need some peace. We need some stillness, okay? And also, we need to move our microphone so that it's facing us. We need to show up to do the things that we said we were going to do. And we have the opportunity to do so, which is great. And we get to be thankful for that. And we get to be thankful for what we have now. This is a huge piece that has been coming in. And part of it, I was going to record last night, but I was tired. So I didn't. But I was going to do a general reading for everyone. And I'm going to do that again once I wrap up with this, once I do this reading for the earth signs and then my next reading for the air signs. Once that gets done, I will do a reading for everybody. But the whole vibe right now is to just fucking relax and do the work. Trust that you are here for a reason. That you are here right now. It doesn't even need to be for a reason. Just trust that you're here now. And that's all you have. That's all you have is here and now. And I got this dandelion chai tea with honey and hemp milk in it. And I don't usually go for that often. So I'm really getting this warm and cozy. We just want to be nurturing to ourselves right now. Which, earth signs, they know all about nurturing in their specific ways. So I'm just, this is delightful. This is delightful. This tea is amazing. Okay. And I'm drinking it out of this cup that says, hang in there, yearning. Which is funny because I did a ritual to release the yearning. We're not doing that anymore, right? Because we're happy with what's here now. Because we know that that's all that there is. That's all that we have. And so we get to be grateful for it. And also, we get to show up and do the work so that we can have something more. So that we can have something that is gratifying. We get to challenge ourselves, right? We get to challenge ourselves to show up. It's not that hard. It's half the battle. Showing up is half the battle. Okay. I am going to use the Essential Tarot, the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, which was used to be my main squeeze. You could tell because the cards are so bendy. They're so bendy. I've used them so much. Oh my god. It's hard to shuffle them. Oh my god. Ridiculous. This is the deck we're using. And I saw Knight of Swords right here. And he's a go-getter. He has his truth. And he's ready to share it. He also sometimes can indicate like fighting, like physical fights. So I definitely have seen that in the energy lately. Was a Ten of Pentacles. So what are we fighting for? Are we fighting to like keep that wealth that we have made, that like foundational generational wealth that we have created, or are we fighting to create it, right? I need more of this. This tea is so good. Definitely take the time to make yourself a nice warming cup of tea. Chai is warming. It's warm. So like this lighting that we have right now. Okay, it's nighttime. I haven't been recording at nighttime. That's also notable. Everything is notable in a reading. 555. Notable. Okay. Okay. I also saw the Fool. So we got some interesting cards coming up already. Just when I like glance down while I'm shuffling here. But those are not the cards that I've pulled. They've just shown themselves. They've just said, hey. Hi. What's up? I'm sorry. This is just, we're shuffling. This is just what we're doing. And maybe there is like a bit of that too. Like, maybe we are moving things around so that we can get all of our work done and take care of ourselves. So that we can provide that nurturing to ourselves and to others. But first to me. Before I could take care of you, I have to take care of myself. I'm also getting something about ravens. Getting a lot of little notes here before I even start the reading, which is fun. So fun. I think that we are needing some patience, Earth signs, because I'm dilly-dallying. And it's not because I don't want to start the reading. I do want to start the reading, but I think we need some patience. Last night, the cards I pulled, because I did pull cards, even though I didn't record, I still pulled some cards for myself from the Enchanted Map Oracle. And I got this message. I pulled Heal the Ouch, which has been the card I pull from this deck, like, consistently whenever I use this deck lately. So there's, like, a big healing energy in this. I got Spirit of Place, and I got Slow and Steady in reverse. So, I mean, if that doesn't really, like, lay the map out for you right there. Slow the fuck down. What you're looking for can only be found in the present moment, and that's what I was saying before. You'll not heal overnight, but you will heal over time. And with the Spirit of Place, that one is like, there is energy, there is a spirit, there is like a life to every place that you go to. It has its own life, right? And it's really about honoring and being present in that moment and like in that space and trusting, again, with the trust, like having faith and connecting with the present moment, because like that's how you connect spiritually, is just by existing in the present moment. And I mean, having appreciation for it, but like having appreciation for it doesn't have to mean that you're like, oh, this is so, like, I'm so grateful, I'm so happy that this is happening. It's just like having a reverence, right? Like respecting the fact that this is what's happening. Maybe we are doing a little bit of yearning, Earth signs. What are we yearning for? And like, I knew that this reading would be about financial stuff. Like, that's the blockage. That's like what we are feeling blocked by, right? We had that 10 of Pentacles, we had that Knight of Swords together. Like, that is like for sure like scrambling, hustling, right? But it's like, the message is, you don't really need to hustle. I saw the Fool in reverse there too. I'm not making this shit up. I saw the Fool in reverse while I was shuffling too, and it was like, that's like, you think you know what you're doing, but you don't even know. And maybe you should take a step back and take a look at what you're doing, because it seems like you're just kind of bulldozing forward and thinking that you're going to get your good through just whatever, like yearning, like thinking about money, like thinking about all of these things that you're going to do to make that skrill. But then it's like, did you forget that you're actually exactly where you need to be right now? Like, maybe you need to slow down and take a look around you and see what you have available to you and magician that shit. And like, listen, put your ego aside and listen to what Spirit has to say to you, to what your surroundings have to say to you, to what being mindful has to say to you, right? And like, you know that there is something else. You know the way. And yet you're like fighting. Why? Why? Okay. Something about this is like, you're not ready to hear this. Like, are you ready to hear this? Oh my God. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. Crazy. Okay. So this is for Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Earth sign collective, all the sun signs in the Earth sign. Like, slow down. You're doing too much, babe. I feel like I don't even need these right now. I know, you're doing too much, and you do less. Do less. And I'll say less once you start doing less. Oh my God. King of Swords reversed. Your head is not in the right place. And your words are not in the right place either. Watch what you say right now. Because, like, words have power. Words cast spells. Right? Right? What are you writing down? Do you need to write some shit down? I'm also kind of getting, like, if you have something to say to somebody, maybe instead of saying it to them, just write it down first. And wait a couple days. Like 3 or 4 days. See if you still want to say that shit to them. Maybe work that shit out a little bit inside before you go off on someone. That's just the energy. We have fighting energy. Like, collectively. It's not just you. And it might be someone around you. It might be someone trying to, like, talk shit. Or, like, hurt you with their words right now. It also might be that you are, like, internalizing these things that other people say to you instead of, like, owning your own truth in the upright, right? You're, like, internalizing other people's truths. And that could be why you're struggling. That could be why you're, like, you think that life has to be a struggle and that you have to, like, work and do, right? Oh, you're not a human doing, you're a human being. Ooh. We have the sun. This is the crossing influence. This is like this line of thinking is getting in the way of your success. You are already successful. You already have it. You have today. That's all you have is today. You already have it. So why are you like... why are you acting like you live in the future? Because you do not. Or in the past even. Like, you don't live in your head. You live on the earth sign. Present moment, hello. Okay, my tea is done and I'm ready for another. But we're moving on. Three of Pentacles. Listen, this is about like apprenticeship. This is about humility. This is about learning from other people who have forged the path before you, who know how to do it. Not listening to like these people who have opinions on everything, but like, do you want their life? No. You don't want the people's lives who have opinions on everything, on every single thing that you do. Like, focus on your own life. What are you doing? My life is not your life. You don't have to have opinions on every single thing that I do, right? So, the Three of Pentacles is like apprenticeship. It's like, guess what? You haven't mastered this yet. You need to put in the work. You need to do that shit like multiple times over so that you know what you're doing. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating to have to do the chores. But like, you know how to do that. You know how to do it. You're just trying to do too much. You think that you could do everything? You cannot do everything. You think the earth revolves around you? The earth does not revolve around you. You know that. You 100% know that. And yet, you gotta get your head right. Okay? You gotta get your head right. You want to do the work. You want to just like focus on the one thing. But like, actually be present with it. Actually be present with it. Instead of like thinking about all of the things that like you could be doing in the future with this, with like all of the different things, right? Does that make sense? That makes sense. I'm gonna move on. We have the Chariot. Upright, but it's in the past position. Like, maybe in the past this was super easy for you. And you, like, went from one goal to the next, like, boom, boom, boom. And things were just, like, going. And that is not the energy right now. And right now we have to actually, like, put one foot in front of the other. And, like, it's like, you know, when you first start to do something and you have this, like, rapid period of growth. And then you kind of, like, get to a plateau where you're like, oh, and I've learned all of this stuff and I've like become this new person and now I get to put these things that I've learned into practice. And I need to do that every day so that I can have the foundation that I need. Right? Because you're not always going to have that like boom, crazy significant growth. Boom, crazy significant, like hit the ground running. You're gonna get tired. You're eventually going to have to walk. And then you can have babies. That was a joke. But I mean, if you want, you could. But like, then you get to enjoy yourself. You get to like, again, be in the present moment. Like, appreciate what you have for what it is and for what it's worth, right? Like, you have a significant amount of support and love around you. it's just hard because, like, being an earth sign, you're like, okay, but, like, how I can't, like, eat love. Does that make sense? Like, I can't, like, shelter myself with love. And, yeah, I mean, that's true. You still need the shit. You still need it. And it's, like, not a feeling. It's how you show up. Love is an action. It's how you show up in integrity and, like, nurturing your own spiritual growth and other spiritual growth. And, like, you have that support around you. You have the support to grow spiritually. One more. Oh, and the one on the bottom really wants to come out, so I'm just going to, like, leave that there and read that next. But first I'm going to do this one. Four of Pentacles reversed. This is where you're standing right now. And I'm getting, like, this, like, yeah, like, I need to, like, sit on these things that I have made for myself and, like, I can't let go. But I'm also getting, like, are you using it? Because it's, like, use it or lose it. Right? You gotta spend money to make money type deal, right? Like, you have to use the skills that you have learned. You can't, like, hide them away. And you can't just, like, think about how much you have to offer to the world. You have to actually, like, put that into action, right? So it's really interesting because it's like your head is at the Three of Pentacles and you're like, yeah, like, I really want to do this. I really want to put in the work every day. But, like, where you're coming from in the root, in your creativity is stifled right now. You're stifling your own creativity. But you're, like, ready to give it up. You're ready to let that go. You don't want to be selfish. Like, this is not where you want to be at. Like, you are so ready for change. You are so ready to, like, start acting different, start showing up different. 2222 on the clock when I said that. That's foundational shit. 4-4, it's foundation. It's an 8, it's sustainable. It's fucking infinity. Sustainable. You want that sustainability. I know you do, Earth sign. I know you want that sustainability. Two of Pentacles is on the bottom here. This is what we need to look at. For sure, this is what we need to look at. It's that balance. And again, remember when I was, like, shuffling and I was like, oh, we're, like, what are we, like, shuffling things around so that we can have that balance, right? And this is also, like, juggling, right? And with juggling, there needs to be a ball in the air. One ball in the air at all times, at least. If you're juggling with 3. If you're juggling with 2, you still need one ball in the air at a time, at least. Sometimes you got 2 balls in the air and you're not holding anything, and you're like, oh, empty. And you know what also with juggling is when you drop a ball, you keep going. You keep juggling the balls that you have in your hand until all of the balls have dropped. That's how the learning happens. So it's interesting because it's like, what I'm getting with this is, like, if you feel like you've dropped the ball, it's, like, all over and you're done and you need to, like, start all over again. But you still have these 2. You still have these 2. So, like, just if one area falls short in your life, that doesn't mean that you're failing. Just, like, look at what you are nurturing. And you can pick that ball up again. You don't have to keep going until everything is, like, a mess. You can take a break. You can balance your shit, okay? Like, I know, like, you're, like, swimming in tumultuous waters here, right? You're sailing tumultuous waters. in the background. That's like what's going on in the energy around you, right? It's like everything, you know, when like nobody is hitting you up at all ever, and then all of a sudden everybody is hitting you up to hang out. That's like what it feels like right now. But I know you know how to use a calendar, so use it correct and make sure that you schedule time for yourself in there to rest and to like sit with yourself. Okay, the other day I was dissociating really bad, and it was like not a good time. And when I had the chance to like recollect myself and like get myself back in my body and like be present and like reflect on how I could show up better next time, I realized that what I need when I'm dissociating, when I'm exhausted, when I'm like out of it and like I'm just not here and I'm done, what I need is to sit with myself, is to like meditate and like really tune in to what's happening in my body and really tune into my breath and just like do that. Just regulate, right? Like, how come nobody is self-regulating anymore? It seems like nobody wants to regulate themselves anymore. You need that. You need to regulate your body because, like, as an earth sign, I mean, we all live in our bodies, right? But, like, it's different for you. It's different. Like, it's so important for you to be in touch with what's happening physically. Because if you feel like shit physically, like, the rest is... So, take care of your body, take a shower, drink some water, do the basic shit, and take a deep breath, and schedule 5 to 15 minutes to just sit with yourself. The weather is nice. It doesn't have to be tumultuous. Like, just because those waves are crashing in the ocean, that's fine. You're on the shore. There's no danger right now. Like, it's not life-threatening situation. You're just hanging out at the beach. Juggling. Like, this is meant to be a fun time. It's meant to be playful. It's meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be enjoyed. So, stop freaking punishing yourself. Stop it. Cut that shit out. You have support. You have support, and you're moving toward it. You're moving toward the support that you have. Take a deep breath and remember to schedule and play, and remember that like life isn't so serious, and you're not gonna die today, hopefully. At least not right now. Right now you are alive. At the very least, right now you are alive. So make the most of it. Life is astounding. That's crazy. I need to take a shower. I love you. Okay, bye.